With our community plan, we've actually gone to his AGM now, and we've managed to say to the community, right, these are the things you've asked for, and here we've got some rough figures. What do you think? Do you agree to them? And we're now agreeing with other residents within the interest groups whether they think these figures are right, if they need upping or if they need downing. So it's just really getting all these facts together and all these figures together so we can start really showing the community that what they've asked is what they're going to get.
The big local board, like, what I like about that is individually go through everything what we've done over the past month and what's going to happen within the next couple of months. Everyone's opinions involved as well. We'll talk about this thing and then everyone will drop in with their ideas, and that'll either make things better or change things.
So what you've got, okay, are all the things that have been worked up and been costed and been discussed as a plan. And you'll see that there's a little column at the side that says we must do it, we have to do it now, we should do it, or we could do it. So decide where you want to tick. Is this a must do, a should do, or a could do? Okay?
I think we've come up with the community plan. People have just got together, they've thought of basically what we really need on the estate.
Cover those costs.
The events, there's been a wide range. The Christmas one was particularly very successful, I think, at getting people's attention into the big local, because they went from normally they had about 50 people to each event to up to 200 we had, which shows that people are wanting to get involved and showing that they want to put forth their ideas to better the community.
We've done consultations really all the way through everything we've been doing, so like Warwick on the beach, which was a big success, and we've got a lot of information from that. All this information is then being gathered and put into the interest groups, and from there they've developed ideas more outside the box, which is what we need. I think that we're doing really well bringing new members in. I mean, at the AGM alone, we managed to bring in another like 4 members. It shows that we are growing as a community, but we're also growing as a board.
Hands up who says Anna should do it. Hands up who says Anna should do it. Yeah! You proposed that, I've seconded it.
With the community plan, we've agreed to sort of look at it every year and just to revise over what's happened and what maybe needs changing or improving, or even just putting more effort into it.
It was recognised very early on by Warwick Head that transport was a problem on the estate, and one of the initial things that they did was set up a sub-group on to look at transport issues. Arriva, who do the public transport on the estate, actually withdrew their bus service after tea time, which made it very difficult for residents, and it is heartbreaking to have to watch residents carry their shopping from Morrison's to the top of the estate. We have had a number of meetings with Arriva to discuss with them and trying to get the bus service reinstated, but unfortunately we haven't been successful in doing that up to now, although we still will continue with those negotiations to try to get that bus service reinstated. But we decided that the better way would be to provide some sort of community transport. In order to achieve that, we actually looked at in depth whether people would use that service or not. So we held a number of surveys, both with organisations and with individuals, to see what the potential use was. Having got those surveys, we did find that if we did have a community transport service, we felt that that would be quite well used, and one of the things that it needs to be sustainable for the future.
I think it's important to have a credit union on this estate because there's a lot of doorstep lenders around that they charge a very high rate of interest, which makes it very hard for people to afford to repay this high rate of interest, and they normally just end up not actually paying the loan, just paying the interest back.
I mean, I've been in bother with financial bother myself, so I know how it is. So I think it's a great thing to have. Definitely do a lot of people, especially getting rid of the doorstep lenders. That's some seriously to get shot at, especially for the interest rates. It's a complete joke. I mean, people will end up in debt for the rest of their life if they don't have some kind of help. So it's good to get rid of them.
They agree that if they stop.
I've just spoken to the representative of the credit union, and he seems really up for it, really upbeat, and he thinks it really will work on the estate. I want to volunteer because I think it is a good idea, and I think once it gets going it'll be very successful. I'm willing to put the effort and the work into it so that it is a success.
Depression, I think it's a huge thing. A lot of people won't come forward about it because it's more a pride thing that people won't say anything about it. But having a counsellor in the estate and having somebody helping, somebody that can understand that's been there and that can help people through the problems, it's well worthwhile. If you let people know that there is somebody there, then yeah, I think they can. Just they need to realise that there is somebody there that's going to help, that's willing to understand and not judge them. I've been there myself, like I can understand, so I like to be able to help somebody. If I can help one person, then that's brilliant. If I can help everybody, then even better.
Why we need a caretaker is to run the shop and to run the adventure playground and to take the stress off the staff that actually work here, because they're having to get up and lock up and clean stuff. If the alarm goes off through the night, the caretaker's on hand to come and do the alarms. And on a weekend where the football is, or the cheerleaders on a Friday night to lock up and open up for us.
The community caretaker job obviously is important. The maintenance of the building, obviously the building's looking better, the community shop's looking better, the playground itself outside is looking a lot tidier, you know, a lot cleaner.
There's that many people now using this adventure playground to come to meetings, so we need someone basically to be there to open up and close up, or set up for meetings, set up for breakfast clubs, dinner, the luncheon club. The caretaker sets up for that. It saves the staff doing that then.
They want to make the whole area better on the shop square, and hopefully that will get more people out, more people into the shop, more people into the shop square, so that the more shops are open and basically none of them are going to be blocked up, boarded up, and it makes the place look better. The decisions come from general residents of the estate, basically, because we've all had an input into the community plan.
I think the luncheon club's a really good idea because it gets all the elderly residents involved. We've just been discussing the numbers. Started off at 30 and now we're actually getting 60 in now. I think we're capping it at 60 and then we're going to review it.
I think the community plan is important because it brings people in and it brings people together. It's like, so if we didn't have events, I'd reckon more people would drift away because nothing new's happening. I like the fact about community events because it's new, it's different.
There's a lot more people coming in to the big local events. We're getting more people interested in groups.
Well, I think it's made more people comfortable because it gets people involved. Instead of just holding an event and doing that, they actually get people involved, asking them if they want to do stuff. People say yeah, and that gets them more confident.
Social media is a massive thing on the estate. Everybody pretty much has got access to Facebook, Twitter. That's a massive thing to advertise sort of the project. We've also got a blog, which I do, and I'm looking to get people involved in the blog as well. We want to put social media and videos in the community plan because we find that getting the point across on a film is easy and everybody wants to watch the films. People like being involved with the films. It's just a better way of communicating with the community, I think. It's helping the residents. They know that they're being heard. They know that their point's getting across. You know, it sort of gets people thinking that, you know, that there is hope and people are listening, not just the local people. People nationally are listening. The Warwick Head project has come along leaps and bounds over the last sort of 12 to 18 months. I know I've noticed personally in the last sort of 6 months the social media side of it has been booming and everybody wants to get involved and the word of mouth about the project has spread and we're getting a lot more interest now.
On the estate we haven't got a lot of people that are trained up to do a lot of things and with Northern College wanting to come on board and giving us the 1,700 that they've put in for training for the big local board and people off the estate that want to go. Yeah, it's important that we use that. I love Northern College because I went there for a 9-month course. I did about 14 little courses that were for weekends. I just think it's a great place to learn because the library that's there is absolutely massive. And I'm always one of these that says that, like, you don't know what you can do till you go and have a go. And when everyone says to me, oh, I can't learn, oh, I'm no good at this, I'm no good at that, like I say, you don't know unless you try it, and don't knock Northern College until you've been, because at the end of the day it is a really big building and it's really there for education-wise, and all the teachers are brill. I think it's important we're putting community into the community plan, basically because then there'll be more places for people to go, there'll be more facilities on the estate for people to do with jobs, to do with training, for the whole estate to thrive, rather than it being deprived of education and jobs and things like that.
Because we're getting a lot more busy, within this community plan we're applying for a sports development worker. This worker will be a great support for me, great support for small community groups like the cheerleaders to come in and help do funding with them and also run more sessions. We've got a lot more numbers coming in now. We're averaging around 80 children per session. We've got a lot more groups that are being built through local mums wanting to start new groups, additional needs group, a football group, and we need somebody to come in with the expertise to coordinate those groups and apply for additional funding and be of more support and around a lot more for those people that need it. It's also making a lot more sustainable for the future and as well generating income for ourselves through applying for different funding sources which we need to stay sustainable as an adventure playground and a community resource. We're putting in for some youth work training, level 1, 2 and 3. This will be a great asset for the adventure playground. Again, it's good income, which we need to keep sustainable. Our commitment is to train and employ people locally, and this is a great way of doing that. The youth work training, we'll put them through levels 1, 2 and 3, and once they're fully qualified, they can apply for jobs here, because there'll be more jobs, and elsewhere.
The community plan, the next phase will be to make everybody happy, that they've got money that we can spend to help people on the estate, to clean it up, to support people more.
The environment is really important for the residents, because even I've had people come up to me saying, oh, there's a dog muck all over my path, even straight out front of some people's front gates. So obviously when they're opening the gate, they're stepping straight into it. It's not nice. And the fencing, I mean, I've got the green fencing round, and when my boys go out to play football, if they're kicking ball against fencing, it vibrates and it echoes straight through your house. It used to be green when they first put it up, and now it's all chipping away and all going rusty and falling apart. It doesn't look nice at all. Obviously make it a little bit better if possible, you know, to make it look a bit more better on the estate, a little bit more brighter and that, so people can even come and visit and say, oh, it's beautiful, like, oh, isn't it nice? So
can we all raise a glass to Warwick ahead? Well, let's start. The middle, the happy endings that are going to come. Yay!
There is a lot of big pride in this estate. I've seen a lot of different changes since Big Local come on, and it's getting more better as the plan's getting active.
Well, through Warwick Ahead I've changed a lot. I mean, when I first come here I was really quiet, really shy. Since I've been down here I've got more friends, more colleagues and that, and it's really helped me a lot, come out of my shell a real lot.
Everybody seems happier, the staff seem happier, you know, the kids that you see now, you know, when they're coming here or they're leaving, or even the noise. I mean, we only live over the road, so obviously we hear the noise from like the youth club and things like that. It's just everything, you know, a lot more people seem more aware of Big Local, and it's just bloomed.
I feel like I've learned a lot and I got involved to better the community. I feel that it has bettered the community because there's a lot more people involved, and I've put forth some of my ideas to better the estate.
I think Warwick Ahead's doing really well, and I think there's still more to be done. Like obviously, like with these meetings, it's going to be big.